I'm Barry Williams. I work here at Douglas Pharmaceuticals in Henderson. My role is operational technology, so anything that's technological within the manufacturing area. Stuff that people will be thinking, oh, that's a bit nerdy, but I love all that. Done all kinds of roles, so I worked throughout the UK in engineering as an automation engineer in a variety of industries: oil and gas, water, wastewater, chemicals, manufacturing. Worked for a pharmaceutical company for a couple of years. Moved over to Australia to work on a oil and gas project. Contract finished, went back to the UK, realised that we liked this end of the world, so we came all the way back over. Basically, Douglas are moving down that digitization road, and that's what really interests me. So when they came and offered me the position, I saw some really great opportunities. Douglas is a great local success story within New Zealand. It's now a global success story. They specialise in niche, so they're not churning out 10,000 million tablets day in, day out. It's very clever, very smart technology that they use within pharmaceuticals. Having worked over in Europe and in a lot of the Industry 4.0 environment, I know all the benefits, and Douglas are super keen on bringing that into their manufacturing. The biggest outcome, the most bang for buck, is getting data. If you've got a bunch of equipment that's disconnected, then how are you supposed to know if it's working efficiently, if the shift that worked yesterday are the same as the shift that worked today, or last month, or a year ago? Is the equipment starting to break down, and the only time you're going to know about it is when it actually fails? Is there any way you can put in a system that will warn you that it's starting to fail, so that you can plan ahead? So to me, there's benefits right across the board. I did a foundation degree in computer science when I was back in the UK. Night school thing, fairly similar to Tech Futures. But that was back in like 2011. As that's part of my role, I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity to learn a bit more technology. Based on the fact that it was such a technological, what I assumed would be such a technological course, it surprised me the wide variety of people who were involved in it. There was entrepreneurs who had invented a widget of some description and were telling you about their journey of thinking of a widget and making a widget and testing a widget and so on and so forth. And then people who worked for like, Auckland Transport or Spark, and they're talking about how connected environments has impacted their world. So you were getting everything from the small-time entrepreneurial spirit all the way up to corporate ideals and everything in between. And that variety really helped you think about what you were trying to do, and also about what you do within your work life as well. We had to dash back to the UK for family reasons. Literally 2 weeks later, they closed the borders. So we were pretty much stuck. Luckily, I'd had the foresight to grab my laptop and take it with me, so I could work and continue with the course. But there was a lot of back and forth to Judy and Criv and the rest of the facilitators of the course to try and figure out, is it possible, can I do it? But they did such a fantastic job of it that even though I was 16,000 miles away, it was more or less seamless to continue with the course with their support. In my industry as an engineer, I went into the course thinking this is going to help me with IoT and data analysis and things like that within my role as an OT manager. But it opened up the fact that the connected environment isn't just industry, it's everything. It starts to explore things like the circular economy and sustainability and environmental impact, and also the moral and social impact. And also it was very well structured as well. So it kind of gently led us into it, talking about the different aspects other than just technology, but got deeper and deeper into what. So as they gave us an assignment, all the training up to that point had given you the tools to work on that environment. You stretch yourself on the assignment then, and then came back, reassessed what you'd done, and then they started introducing more to just take you that bit further on. So it was really well staged as well. My idea was a device that you could have in your pocket or on your handlebars of your bike called Button It, or an app on your phone. And the idea behind it was that if you're scooting along and you see a flooded cycle path, for example, or someone's parked a car in the middle of a cycle path, or someone's left a gate locked and you can't get past, that you can hit this Button It, and using connected environment, it would immediately go to a main server, add to a database, it would be anonymous, and you'd then be able to use artificial intelligence to say, well, we've had one from here, but a cluster from this spot, so that's obviously a priority spot, so that you can go and deal with it. It was great actually doing that research, and every door that you opened would open another door and another door. And at the end of it, it was like everyone was like, this is a great idea, and if I had the time I would be trying to build it into a business now. One thing I would say for anyone who's looking at something like this is you're never too old, you're never too inexperienced, you're never too far from your last formal education to jump in. You know, they'll have people who are serial educators and people who haven't done this for 40 years and are retired, and they facilitate it and make it easy for you.